Is it fixed?
All right. Hello. Welcome back, everybody. Apologies for that. But we are here for a very short week. We have Monday, which again today, Street Fighter, which we will see Null Voidus here in just a little bit. But we also have Wednesday with our normal Tekken. And then Thursday, we will get Guilty Gear on stream. There's literally nothing else going on this week. So it's quite a short one for us. Tuesday, Friday, there will be no streams. And if you saw Saturday's stream, Apex managed to get to the finals of the Octane Stage 2 playoffs. End up getting 5th there. But I feel I'd be a little remiss if I didn't mention the storms from this weekend. We are okay, kind of missed Hattiesburg completely.
Yeah.
But
Columbia was really badly hit. My community was completely destroyed.
Yeah, and I want to put our hearts out there to Tylertown as well, a town about an hour west of us.
Taylorsville.
Yeah.
All those places up further north are extremely bad right now.
I saw the videos of Tylertown, and I cannot believe that. Like, I come from an area that does not get tornadoes because of all around us are mountains.
You're so lucky.
And
so
like we get high winds, but that's it. And it's really not that bad. Like I saw that and I'm just thinking like, dude, that's literally an hour west of us. That could be us. And it's not, because we got very lucky. The storm literally like completely went around Hattiesburg.
Yeah.
But just seeing some of the other stuff from there, and like you always see it, like I come from up north, so like I see the videos all the time of like the south and, you know, like a lot of the storm damage and stuff. But like being this close to it is something a lot different, and you can never really get that experience from like just a video.
It's even worse because we live in Dixie Alley, which is all night tornadoes.
Yeah.
So every storm happens at night. I can't even sleep during storms because I just remember my parents would come screaming like, Cammy, get your butt out of bed. There's a tornado. We're going to grandma's.
Yeah.
So like I can't even sleep during storms now because of it.
But again, just our hearts go out to everyone that is dealing with that. It's not, I mean, there's a reason Mother Nature is always undefeated, just like Father Time. Both of them just, you can never beat either of them. You never will be able to. But now we have to kind of focus shift our focus back to Street Fighter here, which is really a hard transition, I'd say, to make. You just kind of have to go with it, I guess. But we have Null Voidus. 2 matchups today, one of these being from last week, the other being from today. His other 2 opponents, unfortunately, cannot play today, or like one can play, but it's like super late.
It's like 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, which is like 8 Central, but like that's a little bit out of our range, probably, considering the matches that we'll have. It may not. It may fall in depending on the timings, but we'll see.
Depends on how fast either Null Voidus gets his butt kicked or kicks the other people's butt.
Yeah. But we will have 2 opponents. The one from this week being Zed. It's like Zed Head 51, I think is the full name. And then
his name on Discord's Smith. Yeah. So we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But they come from East Carolina University. They play Ed as well. I know Null Voidus does play Ed on occasion. I think mains Ed, right?
Right. He used to main Ed. He uses Ed as a pocket now. Mainly it's DJ, and then he also has Cammy in his pocket.
Yeah. And the other opponent will be Cole Vernon from Arizona State. They play Kimberly. There was actually going to be another Kimberly player, but that's the one I think that can play at like 8 p.m. Central.
No, that's the one that can play Wednesday, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Squints is the one that can play at 8 p.m.
Yeah,
and that's our Marissa and Bison player.
And all of these players now, the rankings obviously haven't been updated. They don't update them week to week. You mentioned earlier it's probably like 2 weeks.
It's every 2 or 3 weeks, maybe every month, but if I remember correctly, it's 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, so these rankings are like kind of outdated, but probably not super far off from what they would be anyways. So Null Voidus, the highest ranking player that we'll see tonight, he is sitting at 43 overall, and with Zed, they are 47, Cole Vernon at 54. So all players relatively in the same skill range, which is obviously what the regular season is for. If you did see our seeding weeks, a lot of those players are like super far apart, and that's to get the ELO mostly correct.
So Albie tells us each and every time, Albie being one of the heads of CFGC, that he just pretty much rolls a dice during seeding and just throws us in. Because me playing Guilty Gear Strive, I feel like he kind of screwed me over a couple of days with some of my opponents, because he put me against our Cerno fan 2013 here at USM, and she's top 10 right now out of 100 Guilty Gear Strive players. So That's not good
ideal.
for me.
Not ideal.
When I'm at like 86.
Yeah, so it's a little bit more of a gamble when you play in seeding, but of course it's there for a reason. It's there to kind of get an idea of where you actually sit in all of the leagues. So when you play your regular season matches, it's a lot closer. If you were here for seeding, you saw that we would play every game out, like all 5, regardless of match score. That's the same case here. You're going to play all 5 out in the regular season as well. You will just simply, it'll mean a little bit more than what you would see in seeding.
Because now it directly affects your placing as well as your ELO, not just your ELO. And then it also determines whether or not you could go to playoffs.
Yeah, the ever so important seeding for the overall playoffs. I know it's not a lot of teams make playoffs in CFGC. I remember last semester seeing like how small it was, which kind of surprised me even, because typically I would imagine like a 30, if you have like, I think there's like 80 teams in some of these brackets, you'd have like 32, but it's not even 32, which is wild to me.
So if I remember correctly, we had between 12 and 20 from Guilty Gear Strive make playoffs last semester, and there's only 83 total players for Street Fighter this semester, so maybe 20 at best would make it to playoffs.
Which again seems quite small, but at the same time you're trying, you got like 6 titles to get through, so like you gotta have to just you got to be careful with how many you're letting.
That and then also the brackets double elimination. So
okay.
It makes it even longer.
That makes sense.
No, they do double elimination because someone can get knocked out on round 1 and then come back and completely dominate loser's bracket and come back and win the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. So a little bit of a different vibe there in playoffs, of course, as all playoffs are. Now, ECAC, we didn't see it. It was all off stream, but Novoyas did play in ECAC primarily as practice. That's what a lot of teams, at least here at Southern Miss, most teams will use ECAC as just a practice league, which is fair, makes sense. Like I know Call of Duty did it last semester. They had ECAC, but they would sometimes just throw a random roster in. They'd throw like, you know what, let's get Shadow, Rustic, Dragon, and like Orbsy on the same team and throw them into Call of Duty in ECAC just to see what happens.
I think they would win.
They would, because their division was not good. So it's a lot for a lot of teams here. It's a practice league. I know some schools it's like their primary league, and some schools it's like, we don't play in it because it's trash, and you know it's just dependent for your title and dependent for your school. Of course, like our Madden players, that's the only league they can compete in. There's no other league that has Madden, so they have to compete in it.
Well, usually CFGC is our only league we can compete in for fighting games. Street Fighter and Tekken are always special cases though, just because they're so popular. I know none of our Guilty Gear Strive players plays in ECAC, and I know none of our Mortal Kombat players that we used to have played in ECAC.
Because
we still have them. They still play. They just
don't play Mortal Kombat.
Well, Fox might come back next semester to play Mortal Kombat. He's been looking at it since the recent patches.
Yeah, and I think it was Zoom is the other MK player we used to have.
Yeah, Zoom, and then actually Jade Poison played MK.
Yeah.
They dropped out last semester halfway through because they were like, I'm done. Time to just go to Tekken.
Yeah, and I think it's quite helpful too, because like there's a lot of players in CFGC. I'll see their name in like 5 different titles, and I'm like, how do you even balance that, dude? Like I do not understand that. That's absurd to me.
I have no idea because I'm already so busy as I am with just Guilty Gear Strive.
Just one title getting ready.
To be fair, we do use my accounts to stream everything, so I don't think I'd be able to do that anyway.
It's a little different for your case than others, but still like a similar story, because that, to me, I equate that to playing like COD and Halo at the same time, which I do see players do. If you look, even the Pro League, like Formal played COD for a very long time. He started in Halo, played COD, then went back to Halo, went back to COD. Like, but it's rare cases.
Well, I went from Overwatch to FGCs, and I completely dropped switch. Overwatch.
That's like a whole other switch.
I'm so much happier with FGCs now, but it looks like we're about to be thrown into the game.
I would imagine. Also, you're comparing like an FPS title to like a single person like individual game, like in a team game. 2 very different environments.
Yeah, but I'm a lot happier, even if my wrist kills me because of my carpal tunnel. But hey, that's what we buy $150 fighting stick for.
Well, I was gonna say, didn't you get one of the?
Yeah, I did. I really enjoyed it. I got it after one of our alumni players, Executioner, showed me his. He like set me down. He's like, play. I was like, huh?
No.
He was like, play now. Here's the moves. Here you go. I was like, my wrist doesn't hurt as bad. And he was like, yep, now you go spend $150 to buy one. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's the downside. That's how they get you. But I'd imagine they're usually pretty high quality. That would be my guess. As we see an Ed and a DJ, which I believe it would be the typical main here for.
Oh yeah,
Null Voidus.
especially after Null Voidus completely dropped Ed. He only used it up high speed. There we go.
I love the high speed. It's so wacky.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Wow, we missed almost the whole first round. Oh.
It happens. Street Fighter can always be a little buggy. Up KO from Null Voidus.
Didn't even it lost what, about half health there maybe? Not too terrible.
No, not at all.
And you can even see the ranks, like the master tag and the diamond tag right there is already some telling information.
But the Ed's not giving up at all. He's trying to fight back. Because Ed is known slightly as a more zoner in Street Fighter than DJ. Up, does he drop it? Oh, he dropped it.
Got backed up there for Null Voidus and
There's the grab.
Low, but huge throw to try and get them back into the back of the map, but it won't matter.
Ooh, the Ed brought it back. So 1-1 right now.
Oh yeah, I was thinking of Tekken where it's 5 round or best of 5. It's or best of 3. Sorry. Or wait, yeah.
Yeah, it's still the same
best
thing.
of 3. Yeah, no, I'm thinking completely different.
Yeah, if you see the little V's at the top above their health
Yeah.
bars, it pretty much just shows
Score.
if they won
Yeah.
the round. Oh, a super there. But he dropped it. See if Null Voidus can come up. Can Null Voidus bring this back? Big impact.
And leads it into the combo, tries to get him all the way to the back of the map there, and does. Now they're going to be bouncing off the back wall
He was
into
stunned
another
for a moment.
combo. And
Super,
that should
will
be
it
round.
hit? Yep. That definitely will kill.
Yeah, that's going to be game number 1 to Null Voidus after the quite long animation.
We love cutscenes in fighting games.
And that's going to be game 1 over to Null Voidus.
I love watching Null Voidus play DJ just because I could just imagine the music playing in my head while he plays it.
But we will hop probably straight into game 2. I'd imagine, especially like looking through the past couple of weeks for Zed, it didn't seem they changed their character ever. So
Super. There we go.
not
Slow
as
down.
long though. Not as long.
Thank goodness.
Pull into a small combo, trying to force him up against the cage.
The
But
grab.
huge grab for Null Voidus. That should be at least a bit of damage done, maybe even more.
Off the wall into a stun.
And I thought that was going to be a bit of a misstep there for Null Voidus, but it will likely be the round.
I'm pretty sure Null Voidus is just got a leverless the other day, so it's like my fighting stick, but it's just all buttons instead of a lever and buttons. So I think he's trying that out instead of his controller now.
So just learning I don't want to say a different way to play the game, but that kind of is a different way to play the game, just in the sense of the controller rather than the game itself.
He said it makes it a lot easier for him, just like my leverless makes it. I mean, not my leverless. My lever makes it a lot easier for me to play Guilty Gear. Ed came back with the grab. The big grab from Null Voidus to push him away a little bit.
I was going to say holding off defensively at least decently well in this round, but it's now a little more even. Although another grab into a combo, and that does hit. So that should be at least most of Null Voidus' health gone. Probably not all of it, but a fair chunk.
Yeah.
And it's going to be.
The question is, though, can he pull it back? He's done stuff like this before where he's been at the lowest health he can be and still pulled it completely back.
That was two big blocks there. It's going to be very keeping him alive for the moment.
He's trying to zone it out, but the Ed takes it.
Yeah, now another round 3.
Yeah, we're back to 1-1.
This round's definitely going a lot quicker than like the Tekken that we're used to seeing here on Wednesdays.
Well, Ed's always a super fast character. He can zone, but he needs to get up and close to personal to do big damage. And he's using a ton of drive impacts to get in. But Null Voidus keeps trying to counter it with the grabs if he can. But grabbing in fighting games are so... You have to be right up in the perfect amount of space and time it at the exact right time for it to work.
Yeah, and especially sometimes with like online, it's a little bit tougher, but that's going to be a win for Zed. So we'll the Ed of Zhead 51 gonna pull it to 1-1 in the series going into game 3. And we may get ourselves a 2-2 into game 5 if we can follow this trend.
Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll stall for enough time with these games that Squints can come play.
It is 7:15, so I think it's possible, especially if every game's gonna go to 3
Oh,
rounds.
geez, that was a big combo.
I may have just solidified the round, especially getting him up
Ooh.
against the wall. Maybe not. It's a huge counter.
Yeah, he used a bar of his super to break out of that, which isn't good considering Null Void has still pulled off the KO.
Didn't really get as much out of it as I originally thought I originally thought Ed was going to.
Yeah, well, if you see the green bars under the health bar at the top, if it goes completely in the red or completely out, they put in a burnout, which means they're able to be stunned. Which pretty much means they use all their resources. So it's kind of a resource management game on top of a fighting game.
Yeah. Just a little more to it, I'd say, than maybe a couple of the other titles that we've seen, even in like previous semesters where we did get to see Guilty Gear a little bit more.
Oh, Guilty Gear so much, and they've added so much with the most recent patch. They're even releasing a new character soon named Venom, which will be another zoner.
Hopefully not a copyright issue either with the Marvel character.
No, Venom's actually been out longer than the Marvel movies, to be fair, because
perfect.
Guilty Gear's been a long title running in. Oh, no boy just dropped the combo, and Ed goes straight into the grab to knock him off a little bit. Can No Boy just zone him to death?
There's half a health point there. You
Oh
get
my
tapped and
gosh.
You're dead.
This is the
Gotta
most
keep jumping.
anxiety-ridden ending to a match ever.
Yeah.
Oh, there he goes. No boy just takes game 3.
The back heel kick gonna close it out in that one, and signing away the camera as well. 2-1 lead.
Gotta love it.
And now we get the training room as our next map.
Okay. It might be one of the DLC maps that just changes to the training room, so I can't see it because I don't own all the DLCs.
Oh, that'd be kind of funny. I feel like that'd be funnier than it just.
If I
going
remember
to the
correctly, it
training room.
does that. I always love watching the close games instead of just the one person dominating.
5-0, 2-0 every game blowouts. I'd like to imagine the same, to be honest with you. It makes it a little bit harder for me to cast because I don't know the game very well. But,
Oh yeah, drive impact into another drive impact.
and that's going to be a big knockdown. That's
Oh,
KO.
yeah.
So another round to Null Voidus. That is 3 straight.
To be fair, he used a super to knock him out that round.
Yeah.
So it did take 1 bar of his down. They're both just reading each other's moves at the moment until Null Voidus pulls the grab off. Now Ed with another drive impact. That's what, 20 we've seen from him tonight?
I think roughly.
Up
Just in the first series alone.
Into our lovely super from Ed.
That's going to be about half of Null Voidus's health. Still, though, can fight back in this one, considering that Zed was quite weak to begin with.
I feel like Null Voidus is a little bit ahead anyway, since he knows Ed so well, because he used to play him so much.
Yeah, and still does on occasion as well. And that's going to be straight into, I think that's the super, if I remember correct.
It is. It's the overall super. It doesn't kill, leaves just a sliver of health.
But the hard...
Oh, Ed took it.
I thought the knockdown was enough to close it out there, and I thought that kick connected, but I guess not.
I thought it did too. That was close.
That's going to at least push it to a round 3 here in game 4.
Have all 4 rounds been game 3s?
No, last game was...
Oh, yeah, you're
was
right.
2-0. But the others have been.
Yeah, most of them have been, which is insane if you look at Null Voidus' track record.
Yeah, last week went 3-2 with Unholy Crossfire and lost 1-4 to Nico. Did not play the other one because the other one is the one we're seeing literally after this game.
Yeah, Troll, or otherwise known as Cole Vernon. I'm ready to see the Kimberly, honestly. I love watching a good Kimberly player.
There's
To be
just-
fair, I play Lily though, so I can't really say much. I make everyone hate me with that character.
There's so many like good names out there for characters and stuff. You got like, I mean, it's kind of default, but still, you got like Marissa, Bison, DJ, Kimberly, which is just like a normal person.
but we also have Cammy, which is my regular name. Oh, no, Voidus took it.
And you'll
Game
see there
4.
at the end. Yep. 4. So that's 3-1 for Null Voidus. Now, of course, we will still play game 5 either way.
Oh yeah, but I'm hoping for the 4-1 right here.
But yeah, the 4-1 would be great. And then we'll head on over to our next series. I don't know how quickly that next series will start, but ideally it starts kind of quickly, kind of not quickly.
Hopefully, but Troll probably has to play all of his other matches tonight as
Yeah.
well.
So we'll see what the timing is of that.
Yeah. And who knows, we might get Squints on.
Yeah, we might. We'll have to see what it looks like there. But for our final game, it's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah, they're just trying to zone each other to... Oh, Null Voidus lost the neutral. But he's coming back. Oh, drive impact from the Ed.
But it looks like it's not even going to change a whole lot, at least for right now, as
Nope.
Null Voidus will get the first KO.
The Ed
Game
keeps going high instead of low, and Null Voidus is taking advantage of that with all the low hits he's been doing tonight. Because if you don't block low, the low's gonna hit. But the Ed just keeps on with the drive impacts.
It just seems like this Ed player is a little too slow to react, if that makes sense.
No,
like,
that does make sense.
I can't give the most intelligent commentary, but I'd like to put it that way. It just feels like we're seeing Null Voidus.
Yeah, as you see,
lot of
another
openings that are
low from the Null
tangible.
Voidus, and the Ed just doesn't block the lows, which in most fighting games, the higher elo you go, the less low blocks you'll see, especially in Tekken. And in Guilty Gear, it's mostly all low blocks.
Yeah.
You'll see the high blocks in Guilty Gear, the higher elos you go. Ooh, the Ed's coming back. He's not giving this up without a fight. Ooh, can Null Voidus... Ooh, that was a good
Very
dodge.
close. Now,
Zone?
both players like one tap, and both of them are dead.
Oh,
And it will be a final round here. 4 out of the 5 going to round 3.
hey, it just means it's a good game.
It does. Like, regardless of the overall scoreline,
Oh, nice grab.
it's much closer than what it might read if it is a 4-1.
Null Voidus is trying to finish this off quickly.
Just getting in there, putting him against the wall, but the
Ed
super
brings
will-
it back.
Will connect. That'll be about half of Null Voidus' health, and you'll at least get quite close to evening this up, especially with the knockdown.
Yeah. Ooh,
The counters are kind of
He
going
dropped it.
crazy, but
the Ed's really likely to drop combos if you look at it.
and that's
Oh,
action. That will be it. Null Voidus will take the series 4-1.
that was a nice way to end it, not gonna lie.
Was. But now we'll have one more series, possibly 2, ahead of you guys. It is 7:30 or 7:24, so we may get that third one. We'll see what time it is.
I hope we get the third one because I want to see the Marissa Bison. I personally like watching Bison players because it makes a lot of Street Fighter players mad with just how corny Bison can be.
Yeah.
The big two that they like to hate on is Lily and Bison, and I play Lily, which is this little Mexican girl with these kind of hammer things, and she'll just grab your leg and throw you up in the air with them.
Okay.
So much fun.
But that will, at least for right now, I don't know how long of a break we're going to have, so we'll just toss it over to
Yeah.
animation for like 5 minutes. And we may start sooner, we may start later. We'll find out. But for now, we'll catch you guys on the other side in about roughly 5 minutes when we're ready to kick things off with our next series.
Yep.
All right, we are finally back, ready to get into gameplay. Apologies for the 30-minute wait. We have just been waiting to get into this matchup. You have Troll here on the left playing Kimberly, and Null Voidus back on the DJ, of course, and who else? But you'll see there already shredding in this round. I mean, you've gotten half a punch in.
To be fair, it is Null Voidus. He's known for doing an automatic burst straight out and getting him this low.
And
Jeez.
Yeah, you don't get a chance to breathe there if you are Troll. And
hey, if you don't get a chance to breathe, then that just means he has an automatic win.
I say then you just
Kimberly
don't
goes
win.
for the grab there. And another grab. She's not letting up on Null Voidus at all.
I mean,
She pretty much said, here you go, I'll give it right back to you.
yeah, and this has just been relentless. It's just a kick into a grab, into a grab, into a grab.
This is the longest cutscene I've seen in a while.
Wow. 2 dominant rounds, 1 from each, and heading into the third of the first game, we may just in fact see more of the same.
Jeez, I forget how strong Kimberly can be if you play her correctly.
I mean, it's just relentless. Finally, a counter in from Null Voidus, but maybe too little, too late, depending on how the rest of this one goes.
She's using the drive impact very defensively.
I mean, another catch
Oh,
into a
here
counter
goes the
into the
super.
super does connect, and that should be it.
I'm pretty sure that will kill.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it does. Game 1 to Troll. Hey, I mean, Todd got ice for like 40 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Let's lock in.
pretty much crowd control for the whole round.
Literally like a 30-minute wait, so maybe the stick just needs to get warmed up a little bit.
Maybe. Hey, look, it's an airplane with an eagle on it. That's nice. I haven't played on this map before.
I think I've seen it once because I feel like I remember casting on this one
I feel
one time.
I feel like not many people use this map though, especially in CFGC.
Yeah. Think there's any reason? Because I feel like pretty much all the maps are like the same.
Some have differences. It's mostly just the people in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, the Kimberly's going hard back at it.
Yeah. I mean, a solid start to the round for Null Voidus, but it's fallen a little bit apart.
Oh, and that hit.
And yeah, it should be.
Jeez.
Than it is. So Null Voidus getting round 1 again here in game 2, but can you make it a different result this time? Or will you get just
Well, he used
relentlessly
all of
back?
his super bars, so he has no supers right now saved up. But he's definitely adapting to the Kimberly's playstyle. FGCs are all about patterns and then pattern manipulation pretty much, and how you'll respond back to those patterns.
And a huge counter there from Null Voidus off. I'm not going to say the super because it was not used.
It was drive
the
impact.
super, yeah. But regardless, still very, very impactful for Null Voidus in that one. Hasn't finished out the round just yet. And the suplex may just make it enough. No, a counter comes in again from Null Voidus.
The bad thing about Kimberly is she's a rushdown character, so she's going to stay on your butt and stay there. Once she's on your butt, you better hope she drops a combo, because otherwise your health will go down super quickly. But her health balances that out because her health's lower than most of the people's in the game. Oh, had a little bit of speedy moment there.
For like half a second.
Oh, there goes the grab by Null Voidus. I do like how this Kimberly is using low moves a lot better than the Ed from the last game.
It's like almost the exact opposite,
Yeah.
I feel.
And it's crazy because this Kimberly is only ranked 54 right now out of the 83. You don't usually see this well of a Kimberly player that low unless they got screwed over during seeding.
Yeah, and that's always possible.
Unfortunately.
But no Voidus trying to close out the
Ooh, the
round.
super.
And,
Oh, he stole it from her.
doesn't even get the time to connect it.
No.
It'll simply just be a round win again for Null Voidus.
Up right from the drive impact into a throw.
Now Null Voidus stuck up against the back wall.
It's a terrible place to be whenever you're playing against a Kimberly.
Yeah, we saw in that second round of the first game
Oh.
how effective it is.
She is not letting him breathe at all. He finally got a little bit of space. Let's see if he can make use with it.
The combinations
Oh.
are just so good, and that should be the
Yep,
round.
that is
when
round.
It is. So we'll get ourselves a round 3 once again. Once you get stuck up against that wall, it's just
Oh
been
yeah,
wrapped.
because you'll bounce off the wall slightly, and the Kimberly just keeps throwing you up against the wall just to get the bounce back.
Just catches you, and it's all over from there. Null Voidus, they're looking to do the same thing in round 3 here.
Oh, low drive impact into this combo, into a grab. She keeps using the same combos over and over again,
Yeah.
which with Kimberly, that's kind of what you have to do because it'll make it impactful.
And it leads into the super there.
And that's half of his health
Huge
bar.
knockdown.
Up, drive
Oh.
impact counter. Into a combo. Into the super. He's giving her medicine right back to her today.
Absolutely. And that may probably, I don't know if that will kill.
No,
will
it won't,
not,
but it'll get close.
but it's quite helpful when you get him that weak. A big knockdown, though, could lead it straight into the back wall again. But
and
just
he
2
finishes it
kicks.
out.
Huge breakaway there. I mean, you were very close to getting just comboed into
Oh,
oblivion again.
yeah. Which that's how you play with rushdown characters. Kimberly, Cammy, all of them do that exact same thing. They'll stay on you the whole time until you either can break free or they just drop the combo.
Now we'll head into game 4. Null Voidus looking to get another 3-1 to this series, but as we saw in the
Up in
previous
the
one.
air. He dropped the combo, but he's bringing it back. Ooh, the Kimberly whiffed the grab. And he has her right. Oh. I feel like he's adapting now.
It looks a lot cleaner, and you can kind of see that.
We just had to give him a little bit of time.
Yeah, and another drive down there, and I mean, yeah, it just looks so much cleaner from Null Voidus.
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
The super will definitely hit because she had no time to block at all.
Still fighting back though. Troll is attempting here to
Yeah.
take this one away.
They're not letting us count them out of the fight just yet.
It's quite even round here. It feels like it's been a minute since we've seen a fully even round like this. And that's knockdown may be big, but looks like that
Yep.
throw will be the KO. So we get ourselves a round 3 here.
This Kimberly is
Game
trying to
4.
grab a lot, but you either have to try to drive impact out of it or just jump over it, which is hard for a lot of FGC players to do.
And now the super just going to make it that much harder for Null Voidus to win this round. And also the
Half
knockdown.
HD
should-
already. It's a nice punish drive impact. Let's see if he can make use with this space though. That was nice. It looks like they're evenly matched, honestly.
Yeah, you can see it like the past few hits has just been counter hit for both players.
And now he finally gets a grab off.
Made this round really close here. And the super
it hits.
does connect.
Yep.
Huge. That's round.
She had no time to block because she was already in a move for something else.
That is a huge super from Null Voidus. Makes it 3-1 heading into game 5. That's stuff you like to see.
Oh, definitely, especially with Street Fighter, with it being a faster paced game. You want to know what the fastest paced FGC is right now, though? Guilty Gear Strive.
I remember watching it last semester, and I was struggling really hard because, like, I mean, it's hard enough to cast things you don't know. It's even harder when the game moves so fast you don't get the time to even like think about what to say.
Well, the good thing is you'll have me back here again Thursday, so I'll be able to give you a little bit of knowledge.
A little bit, but
But the game's still fast.
I
But
was gonna say it's not gonna change the pacing, unfortunately.
But it'll be Cerno fan and the Doctor, so it'll be a Testament and a Gold Lewis most likely. The Doctor plays a lot of different characters, but Testament games usually are pretty slow because of the zoning aspect. But who knows? Cerno fan likes to go a little bit fast sometimes.
And that will be round 1 over to Troll. Looked a little more reminiscent of what we saw in the early parts of this series, and looking to make it a 2-0 with the start there, but
Null Voidus is shutting that down.
Yeah, doing a better job of staying away from the walls. It's really where you're kind of cooked, to be honest, if you're Null Voidus.
Yeah, but he's in burnout right now, and which threw him into the stun.
That should realistically be
This
at
puts
least
him in
most
a
of it.
very dangerous position.
Oh, and the connect on the super. Don't know if it'll kill there, but it'll be quite close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't, but that may just wrap it up.
Yep.
It does. 3-2 for Null Voidus. Still a good showing.
That's still a win.
Absolutely. Still a win and still a solid showing. You just get an extra one back there if you're Troll, but that's going to be it for our second series of the day. We should theoretically have Squints.
We would have to see real quick.
We would have to see in theory.
In theory, we'll have Squints, which is a Marissa Bison player.
Marissa Biden. Uh-oh.
My words happen, okay?
That's a new character.
No.
Would move quite the opposite of fast, I would have to say. That may not be the most ideal character to play.
Probably not in an FGC.
No.
But then again, most grapplers are pretty slow.
But we'll await word from Null Voidus on whether we get that final match. May be a bit longer than... I mean, to be fair, we also just sat through like a
30-minute intermission, pretty much.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, Troll did have to finish all their this week matches just to make sure that they were out of the way.
Yeah, exactly. We'll find out in just a little bit, but for now, we'll just say like it's like 3-4 minutes of intermission fine, and then we'll come back and we'll either have the match or we won't.
Yep.
It's that simple.
Pretty much.
So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, and when we're back, we'll let you guys know if we have the match. If we don't, then we don't. But that's gonna do it, at least for right now. We'll see you guys in just a bit. All right, welcome back. So, unfortunately, we are not gonna get our final match of the night. In fact, our final match was the one you guys just saw, 3-2 for Novoidus.
Yep.
A solid showing to end out the night for us there, but yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting that last one.
Well, Squints is on Stardew Valley. Let the man play Stardew Valley.
Yeah, we're not gonna disrupt that. So that is going to do it for us tonight. But thank you guys all for joining. We will be back here on Wednesday. No stream tomorrow. We'll be back here on Wednesday with Tekken, and then Thursday we'll have Guilty Gear. Again, a short week, but we're doing what we can around here.
Oh yeah, I love FGC Takeover Week.
But we will catch you guys on Wednesday. And for now,
Southern Miss to the top.
we'll see you guys on Wednesday.